Welcome to my darkroom. This is just a short video where I was playing around with low-cost Kentmere 400 and more expensive Tri-X. I just want to compare the two. See how well a cheaper film, the Kentmere, would compare with the more expensive Tri-X. Now we all know that Kentmere has less silver in it, and it has a slightly weaker anti-halation layer on it. Results in a little bit more halation or flare around bright areas. So I just wanted to see how it would stack up against the Venable Tri-X. It's a film that I never really cared for. Shot it in 4x5, 120, and I just didn't really like it. Because at that time I was hooked on HP5, and I really love the characteristics of HP5. A lot better, I thought, shadow separation and detail. I love shadow separation, luminous shadows. And Tri-X just wasn't giving me that. So I revisited Tri-X a few years ago, compared it to HP5, and I was pretty much blown away with it. It was so similar to HP5, just with a little bit more snap to it, especially in the highlights. Shadows were still kind of flat, not like they used to be, not at least as I remembered them. I thought, well, this is a nice film. And also it's not nearly as grainy as it used to be. It's very similar to HP5 in that regard. Difference is price, right? HP5 is considerably cheaper than Tri-X. And then the Kentmere is even more cheaper. I really need to be comparing the Kentmere 400 with the HP5, which I will be doing. Right now I just wanted to look at a low-cost film, or budget film, I guess you could call it, and the Tri-X, a high-end, more expensive film. So I shot the same scene, my tree of course, developed both in X-Doll 1:1, and then I cut the film in half, and I developed that next half in pyrocat-hdc, just to see how much of a difference there is between these two developers and how these films would react to them. I don't think I've ever developed the Tri-X in a standing developer before, and I'm pretty sure I haven't done the Kentmere. Kentmere is a film that I'm kind of slowly falling in love with. I really would like to see this stuff in sheet film sizes, but I think that would probably impact on sales of HP5. No, I would keep buying HP5. I love HP5. I'm also going to look at Kentmere 400 and Tri-X's characteristic curves. I'm going to compare them together, and I'm also going to look at spectral sensitivity. Now, Kentmere does not, or Ilford doesn't provide a graph for that, but Tri-X does. But I photographed a color checker on both films, and we're going to take a look at those just to see if there's any differences there. And I'll look at grain too with the X-Doll and the pyrocat HD. I think I've yapped enough. Let's take a look at the characteristic curves. I think what I'm going to do for a future video is I'm going to compare HP5 and the Kentmere 400. There's so many similarities between them. Grain, for one thing. I'm wondering if they're sensitized the same as far as spectral sensitivity goes. Wouldn't it be funny if Kentmere was just kind of a budget version of HP5? I think I'm going to look at that. That'll be in a video coming up. See you guys later.